The broken clock tower. Golden rays of sunlight streamed through the lush green trees of the park, casting a warm glow on everything below. Birds chirped cheerfully, and the laughter of children playing harmonized with a gentle breeze, creating a peaceful melody. At the heart of the park stood a grand clock tower, seemingly defying the passage of time. With its melodic chimes ringing every hour, it was the soul of the park. But that morning, something felt different. The tower was silent. Curious children tilted their heads to gaze at its still hands. Something was clearly wrong. Max, a little dog known as the park's lively companion, immediately noticed the unusual quiet. Wagging his tail nervously, he thought, if the clock tower has stopped, no one can tell the time. This cannot go on. Determined to fix the problem, Max sprang into action. He was a brave friend who always stepped up to solve problems. Max's first stop was the small room beneath the tower, where the gears rested. The gears were dusty and completely still. Just then, Daisy, a cheerful squirrel, hopped down from a tree branch and scampered toward Max. "Max, why do you look so worried?" Daisy asked in her tiny, gentle voice. Max took a deep breath and explained the situation. "The clock tower isn't working, Daisy. Everyone depends on it to tell the time. We have to fix it." Daisy's eyes widened with concern. "But how can we fix it? Those gears are huge, and we're so small." Max looked at Daisy with determination. "Maybe I can't fix it alone, but together we can do it. Let's check the gears first." As they inspected the gears, they realized they had become rusty from lack of oil. Daisy tilted her head thoughtfully and said, "Maybe the gears just need some oil. But where can we find oil?" Max's ears perked up as he had an idea. "The fruits in the park. We can use their seeds to make oil." Without wasting a moment, Max and Daisy got to work. They gathered fallen fruits from the trees, and soon, the children joined in to help. Using stones, Max and Daisy crushed the fruits to extract oil from the seeds. Carefully, they poured the oil onto the gears. Slowly, the big gears began to creak and turn. "Look, Daisy, it's working," Max barked with excitement. But the gears' movement wasn't enough to make the clock start. The mechanism at the top of the tower was still stuck. Daisy glanced up nervously. "How are we going to get up there? It's so high." Max firmly stomped his little paws. "We'll climb together. I'll carry you on my back. Don't worry, we can do this." After a tough climb, the duo reached the top of the tower. Inside, they found a dusty and misaligned mechanism. The parts had come loose, and the clock's hands were bent. Daisy quickly sprang into action. "We can use those wooden planks to secure the mechanism." Max helped Daisy position the planks. Together, they pushed the mechanism back into place and secured it tightly. Then they straightened the bent hands of the clock. But now they faced another challenge: setting the correct time. Max called down to an old man sitting on a park bench and asked for the time. With Daisy's precision, they carefully adjusted the clock's hands. Finally, they both pulled the long lever. With a loud click, the clock tower roared back to life. Melodic chimes filled the park once more. The children cheered. Birds fluttered joyfully, and Max and Daisy smiled at each other. As the tower's melody echoed through the sky, Max and Daisy rested happily on the grass below. The breeze danced through the turning gears of the tower, carrying the harmony far and wide. Daisy turned to Max with a warm smile. "Max, we did it together. But this feels like just the beginning. Who knows, maybe someone else out there will need our help." Max wagged his tail enthusiastically. "Absolutely. Wherever there's a problem, we'll be there to fix it." Looking up at the sky, he added, "And this clock tower will always remind us of how strong our friendship is." As the wind rustled the trees, the chimes of the clock tower carried on. Who knows, perhaps its melody was a call to another adventure. Max and Daisy became the heart of the park after that day. But their story didn't end there. Beyond the park, they heard of other clock towers in need of help. Maybe one day, they'll come to your town's clock tower too. So if a tower ever falls silent, keep an eye out. Max and Daisy are always ready to lend a paw.